Krishna 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 Pahimam.
Krishna 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 Pahimam.
Rama 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 Rama.
Krishna 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 Krishna
All glories to Yourself. All glories to Yourself. All glories to Yourself. All glories to Shri Guru. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate lokasya characharasya tvam asya pujash gurur gariyan na vatsamo asti avyadika buto anya lokatraye api apratima prabhava Vitasi lokasya characharasya Amasya pujascha gurur gariyan Natvatsamostya vyadika kutonyo Lokatraye pya pratima prabhava Vitasi lokasya characharasya Amasya pujascha gurur gariyan Natvatsamostya vyadika kutonyo Lokatraye pya pratima prabhava
Vitasi lokasya characharasya Amasya pujascha gurur gariyan Natvatsamosya vyagatika kutonyo Lokatraye pya pratima prabhava
Vitasi lokasya characharasya Amasya puja
Ita
Otac.
Asi
Ti si.
Lokasya
Cijeloga svijeta.
Chara
Pokretnog.
Acharasya
I nepokretnog.
Tvam
Ti si.
Asya
Ovoga.
Pujaha
Obožavani.
Cha
Također.
Guru
Gospodar.
Gariyan
Slavan.
Na
Nikada.
Tvatsamaha
Jednak tebi.
Asti
Postoji.
Abhyadikaha
Već.
Krutaha
Kako je moguće?
Anyaha
Drugi.
Lokatraye
U 3 planetarna sustava.
Api
Također.
Apratima prabhava
O neizmjerna moći. Prijevod. Ti si otac svih kozmičkih očitovanja, pokretnih i nepokretnih. Ti si njihov obožavani gospodar, vrhovni duhovni učitelj. Nitko ti nije ravan, niti itko to može biti. Kako onda itko u 3 svijeta može biti veći od tebe, o gospodaru neizmjerne moći? Smisao.
Responsibly. Get them to repeat it phrase by phrase. The translation.
Ti si otac svih kozmičkih očitovanja, pokretnih i nepokretnih. Ti si njihov obožavani gospodar, vrhovni duhovni učitelj. Nitko ti nije ravan, niti itko to može biti. Kako onda itko u sva 3 svijeta može biti veći od tebe?
Može biti veći od tebe.
O Gospodaru neizmjerne moći.
O Gospodaru neizmjerne moći.
Smisao? Svevišnji gospodin Krišna dostojan je obožavanja, kao što je otac za svoga sina dostojan obožavanja. On je duhovni učitelj, jer je na početku prenio Brahmi vedsko znanje i sada poučava Arjunu Bhagavad Giti. Stoga je prvobitni duhovni učitelj i svaki vjerodostojan duhovni učitelj danas mora biti potomak u nizu učeničkog nasljeđa koje potječe od Krišne. Ako nije predstavnik Krišne, ne može poučavati druge transcendentalnom znanju niti biti duhovni učitelj. Gospodinu se odaje poštovanje u svakom pogledu. Njegova je veličina neizmjerna. Nitko ne može biti veći od svevišnje božanske osobe Krišne, jer nitko ni u duhovnom ni u materijalnom svijetu nije ravan Krišni ili veći od njega. Nitko ga ne može nadmašiti. To je rečeno u Sveta Švatara Upanišadi 6.8. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidjete, natat samaš cha vyadi kaš cha drišete. Svevišnji gospodin Krišna ima osjetila i tijelo nalik na običnog čovjeka, ali njegova se osjetila, tijelo i ne razlikuje od njega samog. Budalaste osobe koje ga ne poznaju savršeno kažu da se Krišna razlikuje od svoje duše, uma, srca i sveg drugog. Krišna je apsolutan, stoga su njegove djelatnosti i moći vrhovne. Također je rečeno da gospodin, iako nema osjetila poput naših, može vršiti sve osjetilne djelatnosti. Stoga njegova osjetila nisu nesavršena ili ograničena. Nitko ne može biti veći od njega, niti mu itko može biti ravan. Svatko je niži od njega. Znanje, snaga i djelatnosti svevišnje božanske osobe su transcendentalni. U Bhagavad Giti je rečeno Džanma karma čamedivyam eomjoveti tatvata tyaktva deham punarjama najtima meti sođuna. Onaj tko je spoznao Krišino transcendentalno tijelo, djelatnosti i savršenstvo, po napuštanju tijela odlazi k njemu i ne vraća se više u ovaj svijet pun bijeda. Stoga trebamo znati da se Krišine djelatnosti razlikuju od djelatnosti drugih. Najbolje je slijediti Krišnina načela, to će nam donijeti savršenstvo. Također je rečeno da nitko nije Krišnin gospodar, svatko je njegov sluga. Četanja Čaritamrita potvrđuje Ekala Išvara Krišna Arasava Britja. Samo je Krišna Bog, svi su ostali njegovi slugi. Svako se pokorava njegovoj naredbi. Nitko ne može odbiti da izvrši njegovu naredbu. Svatko djeluje po njegovoj naredbi jer je pod njegovim nadzorom. Kao što je rečeno u Brahma Samhiti, on je uzrok svih uzroka.
Gyananjana salakaya chakshurmritam jayam tasmai shri gurave namah Shri Chaitanya manobhistam stapitam yena bhutale svayam rupa kadamayam tadati svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yata Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatam Vitam Stam Sajivam Sarvetam Savadutam Vajana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishavanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evascha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Eva Kevalam Kalo nastyeva 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 katiranyata. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Makam karoti vachalam, Bangam langayate girim, Yat kripataraham vande, Shri Gurun Dinatarinam. Imam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Kistan Jale, Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinami, Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurani Krishani, Nevasesa Sinavadi Krishna. So, this is a very striking chapter of Bhagavad Gita.
Ovo je vrlo pogađajuće poglavlje Bhagavad Gita.
In this chapter, Krishna reveals his universal form.
U ovom poglavlju Krishna otkriva svoj kozmički oblik.
And very dramatic.
Vrlo dramatičan.
And he's just explained to Krishna, Krishna's just explained to Arjuna that the other armies will be defeated. They're already killed by his plan.
Krishna objašnjava Arjuni da je vojska sa druge strane već ubijena po njegovom planu.
Arjuna just has to fight and he will win the battle.
Arjuna se samo mora boriti i pobijedit će u bitci.
And now, after fully realizing that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna is offering these prayers.
Nakon što je u potpunosti shvatio da je Krishna svevišnja božanska osoba, Arjuna upućuje ove molitve.
So, Krishna is the basis of this Krishna consciousness movement.
Krishna je osnova ovog pokreta za svjesnost Krishna.
That's what it's all boils down to.
I sve se svodi na njega.
This is our commodity. This is our commodity which we're distributing.
To je naše vlasništvo, to je ono što mi imamo i što dijelimo drugima.
When Prabhupada came to England for the first time in 1970 or 69.
Kada je Prabhupada prvi put došao u Englesku u 69.
Maybe it was later.
Ili 70.
And the press reporters, they asked him, the journalists, they asked Prabhupada, what have you come to teach?
Novinari su pitali Prabhupada, što si ti došao ovdje poučavati?
And he said, I've come to teach what you have forgotten.
On je rekao, ja sam došao poučavati ono što ste vi zaboravili.
They said, well, what is that?
Oni su pitali, što je to?
That is Krishna.
On je rekao, to je Krishna.
So that is the purpose of this Krishna consciousness movement.
To je svrha ovog pokreta za svjesnost Krishna.
To establish Krishna in the same way that Arjuna establishes Krishna.
Utemeljiti Krishnu na isti način kao što ga je Arjuna utemeljio.
People are suffering because they don't know this simple knowledge.
Ljudi pate zbog toga što nemaju ovo jednostavno znanje.
Some of them say Krishna is not God.
Neki od njih kažu da Krishna nije Bog.
But if you ask them to say, well, who is God?
Ali ako ih pitate da kažu ko onda je Bog,
They can't say.
oni ne mogu reći.
They're not sure.
Nisu sigurni.
So we have the answer to that question.
A mi imamo odgovor na to pitanje.
And we're hearing it from the authority of Arjuna.
I mi smo to dobili od autoriteta Arjuna.
Krishna is speaking directly to Arjuna.
Krishna govori direktno Arjuni.
Arjuna is declaring his realization of Krishna.
I Arjuna izjavljuje svoju realizaciju Krishna.
And he's saying, you are the Father.
I on kaže, ti si otac.
And he's standing on the battlefield right before Krishna.
On stoji na bojnom polju ispred Krishna.
Krishna is the chariot driver.
Krishna je vozač kočije.
He only seems to be 16 years old.
I on izgleda kao da ima samo 16 godina.
And he's very beautiful.
I vrlo je lijep.
You can see so many pictures of Krishna.
Možete vidjeti toliko slika Krishne.
And this is not just some idea of God,
To nije samo neka ideja Boga,
but this is actually the event which took place. Krishna and Arjuna on the battlefield.
već to je događaj koji se zbio, Krishna i Arjuna su na bojnom polju.
Some people say, well, the battle of Kurukshetra is an imaginary place.
Neki ljudi kažu da je bitka, da je Kurukšetra izmišljeno mjesto.
Kurukshetra means the body and the senses of the 5 Pandavas.
Kurukšetra znači tijelo i čula petorice Pandava.
But no, this Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita is taking the meaning directly as it is.
Ali ne, Šrila Prabhupadova Bhagavad Gita uzima značenje direktno onako kako jest.
5,000 years ago this conversation took place.
Prije 5000 godina odigrao se ovaj razgovor.
You can go to the place.
I možete otići na to mjesto.
There's an ISKCON temple right there.
Tamo postoji ISKCONov hram.
It's a very good temple.
Vrlo lijep hram.
And they have a very good Rath Yatra every year.
Imaju vrlo lijepu Rath Yatru svake godine.
And they're getting given some land right in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, near the birthplace, near where Bhagavad Gita was spoken.
Dobili su zemlju točno na tom Kurukšetri, blizu mjesta gdje je izgovorena Bhagavad Gita.
You've anyone been to Kurukshetra?
Da li je neko bio na Kurukšetri?
So there's a kind of hill, and there's the actual place where the chariot was standing when Bhagavad Gita was spoken.
Postoji jedno brdašce i tamo je točno mjesto gdje je stajala kočija Arjuna dok je Krishna izgovarao Bhagavad Gitu.
And so this is not some fairy tale or some fiction or some idea.
Znači ovo nije neka bajka ili izmišljotina ili ideja.
There is an actual personality called Krishna.
Postoji osoba pod imenom Krishna.
And although he has a form, a human-like form, he is the father of this cosmic manifestation.
Iako ima oblik nalik ljudskom, on je otac ove kozmičke manifestacije.
Avajananti mamudha, anusintanamashita, arambhavamajananto mamabhutamaheshwam. The fools, they can't accept this.
Budale ne mogu to prihvatiti.
They can't accept that the source of this whole manifestation can be a person with an apparently limited form.
Oni ne mogu prihvatiti da je otac ove kozmičke manifestacije osoba koja ima naizgled ograničeni oblik.
Fools deride me when I appear in human form. They do not know my transcendental nature, my supreme dominion over all that be, Krishna says.
Krishna kaže, onim koji me ismijavaju kada se pojavim, oni ne znaju moju prirodu kao gospodara i vlasnika svega što postoji.
Sometimes we're walking in the mountains, and we see so many rocks. The motorway is going through the mountains, through the tunnel under the mountains. When I was coming from Ljubljana, was going through the mountains.
Ponekad idemo po planinama i tamo postoji toliko kamenja i postoje tuneli koji idu kroz planinu. Kad sam dolazio iz Ljubljane, prošao sam kroz jedan takav.
So we think, well, how can a young boy, age 16-year-old, be the source of all these rocks and these mountains? It's so big, it's so strong.
Možemo se postaviti pitanje kako jedan 16-godišnji dječak može biti izvor svih ovih planina i sveg ovog kamenja.
So the only explanation is that his body is not like ours.
Jedino objašnjenje je da njegovo tijelo nije poput našeg.
Otherwise, how could he be the source of this cosmic manifestation?
Inače, kako bi on mogao biti izvor ove kozmičke manifestacije?
How can we understand that?
Kako to možemo shvatiti?
How can people grasp such a thing?
Kako ljudi mogu shvatiti tu stvar?
Only if we know what we are.
Jedino ako znamo što smo mi.
First of all, we must get some understanding what we are.
Prvo moramo dobiti neko razumijevanje o tome što smo mi.
Then we can understand what Krishna is.
Onda možemo shvatiti što je to Krishna.
Otherwise, it seems incredible.
Inače, zvuči nevjerovatno.
It seems fiction.
Zvuči kao znanstvena fantastika.
Therefore, Bhagavad Gita begins with Krishna talking to Arjuna. You are not this body.
Stoga Bhagavad Gita počinje sa izjavom koju Krishna kaže Arjuni, ti nisi ovo tijelo.
That which pervades this entire body is imperishable.
Ono što prožima ovo materijalno tijelo, to je neuništivo.
It's spiritual, it's consciousness.
To je duhovno, to je svjesnost.
So when we understand our own quality, our own nature, then we can begin to understand Krishna's.
Kada shvatimo svoju vlastitu kvalitetu, onda možemo početi shvaćati Krishnu.
So that is the function of this Krishna consciousness movement.
To je funkcija ovog pokreta za svjesnost Krishne.
In order for people to accept this statement of Arjuna, they have to be exposed to the process of Krishna consciousness.
Da bi ljudi mogli shvatiti ovu izjavu Arjune, moraju se izložiti procesu svjesnosti Krishne.
Because we have lost our faith in spiritual things.
Jer mi smo izgubili našu vjeru u duhovne stvari.
Now our faith is in matter.
Sada je naša vjera usmjerena u materiju.
This whole world is going on like that.
I ovaj cijeli svijet se tako odvija danas.
Only by association of devotees we can get our faith that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God and that we are not this body.
Samo druženjem s baktama možemo doći do te vjere da je Krishna svevišnja božanska osoba i da mi nismo ovo tijelo.
When I was young, I used to, I think everyone, they used to ask these questions.
Kada sam ja bio mlad, mislim svi ostali, onda sam postavljao takva pitanja.
What am I?
Što sam ja?
Why? I used to ask a question, I used to say, what's the point? What is the point of life?
Postavljao sam pitanje, koji je smisao života?
And my parents, they couldn't answer.
I moji roditelji nisu mogli odgovoriti.
And then I used to think, well, it's all a waste of time. It's just a waste of time.
I onda sam ja pomislio, to je sve gubitak vremena.
I said, oh, no, it's not a waste of time. My parents would say, no, it's not a waste of time.
Moji roditelji su rekli, ne, to nije gubitak vremena.
You go to college, you pass your exam,
Trebaš ići na fakultet, završiti ispite.
and you get your qualification, and you get a nice house, you get married,
I onda ćeš dobiti diplomu, i onda ćeš dobiti lijepu kuću, i
And you'll be
ženit ćeš
happy.
se. I onda ćeš biti sretan.
This is what they tried to explain to me.
Na taj način su mi pokušali objasniti.
I couldn't believe it.
Ja nisam mogao vjerovati u
I
to.
could see my parents were not so happy.
Izgledalo mi kao da moji vlastiti roditelji nisu
So
baš
how could
sretni.
I be happy?
A onda kako bi ja mogao biti sretan?
That knowledge was not sufficient.
To znanje nije bilo dovoljno.
So this knowledge of our sambandha, our relationship with Krishna, is very important.
To znanje o sambandi ili našem odnosu s Krishnom je vrlo važno.
Without knowing ourselves and without knowing Krishna, we cannot know anything.
Bez da poznajemo sebe i Krishnu, bez toga ne možemo znati ništa.
So this verse is so important.
Zato je ovaj stih toliko važan.
It's called Sambandha Gyan.
To se zove Sambandha Gyana.
It's revealing our relationship with Krishna.
Otkrivanje našeg odnosa s Krišnom.
That he is the ultimate point of everything.
Da je on krajnja poanta svega.
So unless we can distribute this knowledge,
I mi možemo odijeliti to znanje,
then the purpose of this human form of life will not be fulfilled.
ako ne dijelimo ovo znanje, onda svrha ljudskog oblika života neće biti ispunjena.
So many people are living their lives and they never know the purpose of life.
Toliki mnogi ljudi žive svoj život bez da ikad znaju svrhu života.
They don't know what they are, they don't know what Krishna is.
Ne znaju šta su oni, tko su oni, tko je Krišna.
They don't know how to realize it.
I ne znaju kako to mogu shvatiti.
But we do.
Ali mi znamo.
And that was the purpose of Srila Prabhupada came.
To je bila svrha zašto je Srila Prabhupada došao.
Simply to give everyone the opportunity to understand this verse of Bhagavad Gita.
Jednostavno da da svakome priliku da shvati ovaj stih Bhagavad Gita.
We can understand it. It's actually, to us it seems obvious.
Mi to možemo shvatiti, za nas se to čini očitim.
Because every day we're chanting the holy name.
Jer svaki dan pijemo sveto ime.
We're taking prasadam, we're seeing the deities.
Uzmemo prasadam, gledamo božanstva.
We're following the footsteps of Arjuna.
Mi sjedimo stope Arjune.
This is a simple definition of God. It's ABC for us.
To je jednostavna definicija Boga, to je abeceda za nas.
God has no equal, he has no superior.
Bogu niko nije jednak, niti je itko veći od njega.
If anyone asks, well, who is God? This is what we tell them.
Ako nas neko pita,
no one is equal to him, no one is superior to him.
Ako nas neko pita, mi mu kažemo, Bogu niko nije jednak, niti itko veći od njega.
So, we can see here in Croatia and other nations, they have some idea of God.
Možemo vidjeti ovdje u Hrvatskoj i ostalim zemljama postoji neka ideja o Bogu.
Mostly the states are secular.
Većinom države su sekularne.
And education is secular.
I obrazovanje je sekularno.
Is this a secular state, Croatia?
Da li je ovo sekularno?
State religion? State religion? They teach Bible in the schools?
Da li poučavaju Bibliju u školi?
That's unusual.
To je neobično.
It's unusual today. Krishna is the supreme spiritual master.
Krishna je vrhovni duhovni učitelj.
Arjuna says here.
Arjuna ovdje kaže.
And anyone who is the spiritual master is a representative of Krishna.
Svakako je duhovni učitelj je predstavnik Krishna.
So that means that we all have to become representatives of Krishna. We're all supposed to become representatives of Krishna.
To znači da bi mi svi trebali postati predstavnik Krishna.
That was Lord Chaitanya's instruction.
To je bila instrukcija gospodina Chaitanya.
Dari deki tarikaha Krishna upadesh, amara agyai guru hanatayi desh. You become guru and you deliver the people.
Postani guru i izbavi ljude.
Wherever you are, wherever you're staying, whoever you meet, you give them the instructions of Bhagavad Gita.
Gdje god da jesi i koga god da sretneš, daj mu instrukcije iz Bhagavad Gita.
And these are the instructions.
I to su instrukcije.
We simply accept the way that Arjuna accepted.
Mi jednostavno prihvaćamo na način koji je Arjuna prihvatio.
We don't try and make anything different.
Mi ne pokušamo nešto izmijeniti.
That's Bhagavad Gita. How do you say in Croatian?
Kako kažete?
Kacha jest or something?
Kako jest.
Kaka jest. Kaka jest. So we simply, whatever Arjuna understands, then we take it face value.
Kako god je Arjuna shvatio, tako i mi prihvaćamo.
He's the person on the scene in the battlefield of Kurukshetra.
On je osoba na sceni bitci na Kurukšetri.
He's the on the spot reporter.
On je izvjestitelj s mjesta događaja.
And we take it from him.
I mi prihvaćamo od
He's on the
njega.
battlefield.
On je na bojnom polju.
And he's the one that saw Krishna.
On je taj koji je vidio Krišnu.
He's the one that was talking with Krishna.
On je taj koji je razgovarao s
We don't
Krišnom.
directly talk with Krishna. We're not directly on the battlefield of Kurukshetra.
Mi ne razgovaramo direktno s Krišnom, niti smo na bitci.
But we're getting it from Arjuna, who was.
Ali dobijamo informaciju od Arjune koji je bio.
That's our authority.
To je naš autoritet.
That we're receiving this knowledge passed down, 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 down.
Mi primamo to znanje koje se polako spušta.
And actually, in a sense, the game is up. In English, when the police come in and they catch all the robbers counting the money, then the police stand there with their guns and they say, okay, the game's up.
Kad policija uhvati kriminalce kako broje novac, onda kažu igra je gotova.
The game's up now. And then all the police, all the robbers, they stand up. Okay.
I onda svi kriminalci dignu ruke i kažu u redu.
So the game's up for this civilization, actually.
Stoga igra je gotova s ovom civilizacijom u stvari.
Because Prabhupada has delivered this, Prabhupada said, I've delivered the brainwashed books.
Išla Prabhupada je rekao, ja sam izdao knjige koje ispiru mozak.
They were accusing us of brainwashing
Oni su nas optuživali za ispiranje mozga
in America.
u Americi.
And the devotees were very worried about that.
I bhakti su bili jako uznemireni zbog
They were
toga.
going to Prabhupada, what shall we do, what shall we do?
I pitali su Šla Prabhupada, što ćemo?
Prabhupada said, you go with your shaved heads
Šla Prabhupada je rekao, idite sa svojim obrijanim glavama
and you take all our books
i uzmite sve naše knjige
and you present these to the judges, read them.
i dajte te knjige sudcima i recite im pročitajte.
And this is our evidence.
To je naš dokaz
We're not brainwashing.
da ne ispiramo mozak.
Elsewhere, other time Prabhupada said, yes, the brainwashed books are there.
A opet u drugom slučaju Šla Prabhupada bi rekao, da, knjige koje ispiru mozak su tu.
So we have started a fire in this civilization.
Stoga mi smo započeli vatru u ovoj civilizaciji,
It's a fire of Krishna consciousness.
vatru svjesnosti Krišne.
And just like Krishna told Arjuna that all these warriors on the battlefield, they'll be killed.
Baš kao što je Krišna rekao Arjuni da će svi ratnici na bojnom polju biti ubijeni.
So it's predicted that this knowledge will go all over the world, every town and village.
Također je dato proročanstvo da će ovo znanje otići u svaku selo i grad na planeti.
Now, human society is acting like thieves. We're like thieves.
Ljudsko društvo se ponaša poput lopova.
Oh, there's no God.
Nema Boga,
There's no one in control.
niko ne kontrolira ništa,
There's no authority.
nema autoriteta.
But we're coming along and saying, no, here's the authority.
I onda mi dođemo i kažemo, evo autoritet.
Here's a person, there's no one equal to him, no one superior to him.
Ovo je osoba kojoj niko nije jednak, niti itko veći od nje.
We know his name, we know his address,
Mi
we know
znamo,
what he looks like, we know what he says.
mi znamo njegovu adresu, gdje stanuje, šta radi, kako izgleda.
So the game's up.
Stoga igra je gotova.
So this is our task for our life.
To je naš zadatak za ovaj život.
It's a big task.
Veliki zadatak.
But Krishna says that the one who does this task is to simply accept Krishna, Janma Kama Chame Divyam, Evam Yovati Tatvata, Chakradeham Pona Janma, Naiti Mamiti Sojan. If we accept this actually happened, this conversation between Krishna and Arjuna,
Ako mi prihvatimo ovaj razgovor između Krišne i Arjune,
like Krishna is God, there is the Supreme Lord,
ako prihvatimo da je Krišna svevišnji gospodin,
then we don't have to again take birth in this material world,
onda se ne moramo ponovo roditi u ovom materijalnom svijetu,
but we return to Krishna.
već se vraćamo Krišni.
So thank you very much.
Puno vam hvala.
Some questions, please.
Molim vas pitanja.
Rečeno je da sve dolazi od Krišne i naša inteligencija i sve sposobnosti i čovjeku i sve ostalo. Sad mene zanima, da li ovi ljudi koji danas pohađaju školu i istovremeno uče recimo na vjernauku iz Biblije da je čovjeka stvorio Bog, a dok u isto vrijeme na biologiji uče da je majmunom i nekom evolucijom čovjek nastao. I sad mene zanima, da li ti ljudi nemaju milost Božju pa da to rasude i inteligenciju, ili isto to stoji do njihove dobre volje, hoće oni to prihvatiti ili neće? Do čega to više stoji?
All abilities that man has, including intelligence, come from Krishna. So I'm interested, the kids today that go to school, they learn about Jesus Christ and about God, and also on the biology, they learn the opposite. So how is that they cannot figure this out, this opposite things? Is it that they don't have mercy of Krishna, or it is their will if they will accept this or not?
Well, we have free will.
Mi imamo slobodnu volju,
We can also have mercy.
a također možemo dobiti milost.
But so whether we accept the mercy or not, that's up to us.
Da li ćemo prihvatiti milost ili ne, to ovisi o nama.
We can only give people an opportunity.
Mi možemo jedino dati ljudima priliku,
We can give them mercy
možemo im dati milost,
to exercise their free will.
da mogu vježbati svoju slobodnu volju.
We can't force them.
Ne možemo ih prisiliti.
Even though some people, they see Hare Krishnas every day, they still don't surrender. They see chanting party or Hare Krishna. No, they don't want, they don't accept.
Iako neki ljudi vide bakte svaki dan, i dalje su odlučili da se ne žele predati.
When I first saw the devotees, I didn't accept.
Kad sam ja prvi put sreo bakte, nisam ni ja prihvatio.
So we have to be patient.
Stoga moramo biti strpljivi.
We have to try and give them Krishna.
Moramo im pokušati dati
Even
Krishnu.
people met Srila Prabhupada.
Ljudi su čak sreli Srila Prabhupada,
Not everyone became devotees.
nije svako postao bakta.
You know? Even there's one nice story that when Prabhupada was in Tittenhurst, John Lennon's place in London.
Postoji jedna lijepa priča kad je Srila Prabhupada bio na Tittenhurstu, imanju Johna Lennona.
And all the devotees were watching TV with Srila Prabhupada.
Svi bakte su gledali televizor zajedno sa Srila Prabhupadom.
And it was the moon shot. And they were shooting, they were going to land on the moon.
Bilo je prikazano kako se ljudi spuštaju na mjesec.
And everyone was watching the TV. Hey, look, Prabhupada, landing on the moon.
Svi su gledali televizor i govorili su Srila Prabhupada, pogledaj, oni slijeću na mjesec.
Prabhupada said, this is not the moon.
Ovo nije mjesec.
This is not the moon.
To nije mjesec.
Must have gone somewhere else.
Možda da su otišli negdje drugdje.
Prabhupada wouldn't accept this. They'd gone to the moon.
Prabhupada nije htio prihvatiti da su oni otišli na mjesec.
And the devotees are all polarized. What's this? Prabhupada saying they're not going to the moon? It's on TV.
Svi bhakti
It's
su
proved, it's on TV, it must be true.
Svi bhakti su počeli argumentirati, Šrila Prabhupada kaže da ovo nije mjesec, ali mora da je mjesec, istina je kada je na televiziji.
And but of course, devotees had a lot of faith in Srila Prabhupada.
Ali naravno, bhakti su imali puno vjere u Šrila Prabhupada.
There was one devotee, I think his name was Purushottam,
A bio je jedan bhakta koji se zvao Purushottam.
and he was a scientist,
I on je bio znanstvenik.
and he'd been to university and everything,
I bio je na fakultetu i sve to.
and he didn't believe, he didn't have faith in, enough faith in Srila Prabhupada.
I nije imao dovoljno vjere u Šrila Prabhupada.
And Prabhupada knew this,
Šrila Prabhupada je to znao.
so Prabhupada was always poking fun at him.
I zato je Šrila Prabhupada uvijek izazivao i šalio se s njim.
Oh, you know, have you been to the moon today, Purushottam?
Jesi bio danas na mjesecu Purushottama?
Purushottam was looking really morose.
Purushottam je izgledao stvarno tužno.
And so one day, Yamuna was Prabhupada called, Yamuna was cooking prasadam for Prabhupada.
Jednog dana Yamuna je kuhala prasadam za Šrila Prabhupada.
And just after the moon shot.
Baš nakon tog slijedanja na mjesec.
And Prabhupada, for some reason, he called Yamuna upstairs.
I iz nekog razloga Šrila Prabhupada je pozvao Yamunu gore.
And he had some other business with her. He was talking with her.
I on je razgovarao s njom o nečemu.
And then all of a sudden there was a like an explosion.
I odjednom čula se kao neka eksplozija.
And those screams and shouts. And all this black smoke came up the stairs.
I dole se čuo vrisak i počeo neki crni dim dolaziti od ozdola.
And Yamuna, she'd left the wok with the ghee on top of the stove. And it was heating up and heating up, heating up, until it finally exploded in a big explosion in the kitchen.
Yamuna je grijala ghee u voku i onda je se to tako grijalo dok nije eksplodiralo.
And so then all the devotees were just, trying to clear up the mess, and there's such a big, commotion with all the devotees.
I svi su bhakte onda počeli čistiti tamo gdje je to eksplodiralo.
And Prabhupada, he joked. Purushottam came, and he said, "Oh, you've been to the moon?"
I onda je došao i Purushottam i Šrila Prabhupada se šale, bio si na mjesecu?
He said, Purushottam just went to the moon.
Rekao je, Purushottam je upravo otišao na mjesec.
After that, Purushottam disappeared and never came back.
Nakon toga Purushottam je nestao i nikad se više nije vratio.
So Prabhupada was trying to give him mercy. Prabhupada was trying to give him mercy.
Prabhupada mu je pokušao dati milost,
but he never took it.
Ali nikad nije uzeo.
Maybe in the future, or maybe now, he's began to accept.
Možda u budućnosti ili možda već sad počeo prihvaćati.
That our sense perceptions are limited. We cannot know the absolute truth by our limited sense perceptions.
Da je naše osjetilno opažanje ograničeno i da ne možemo spoznati apsolutnu istinu.
Transcendental knowledge is Shabda Brahman. Shabda Brahman is heard from higher authority.
Transcendentalno znanje je Shabda Brahman, ono se sluša ili čuje od višeg autoriteta.
So therefore we have to have faith to carry on with the Sankirtan movement.
Stoga moramo imati vjeru da bi mogli nastaviti sa Sankirtan pokretom.
Just like on the Harinam, we were on the Harinam today.
Baš kao što smo danas bili u Harinamu,
We were chanting, Kakudmi was chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Many people were listening.
Kakudmi je pjevao Hare Krishna Maha Mantru i mnogi ljudi su slušali.
But not everyone was immediately surrendering.
Nije da se svako odmah preda.
Hardly anyone was clapping their hands.
Jedno da je koji pljeskao rukama.
They were just standing there.
Jednostavno su stali tamo.
But we were thinking, they're listening, so it must be having some impact.
A mi smo mislili, slušaju, mora da to ima neki utjecaj na njih.
So we have to go on with this process very in a determined way. ISKCON Zagreb Mahavisnu.
Stoga moramo nastaviti s ovim procesom vrlo odlučno.
When they get more mercy, then maybe they'll accept.
Kad dobiju još više milosti, onda će možda prihvatiti.
Baba gives an example of Charlie Chaplin film.
Šla Prabhupada je primjer filma sa Charlie Chaplinom.
You see Charlie Chaplin films?
Da ste vidjeli?
You must have heard that joke though.
Možda ste čuli tu šalu.
Charlie Chaplin's Prabhupada used to like Charlie Chaplin films.
Šla Prabhupada su se jako sviđali filmovi od Charlie Chaplin.
There was one time they were on a transatlantic flight. The devotees were on a transatlantic flight crossing from America to Europe or somewhere.
Jednom je Šla Prabhupada bio s baktama na putu preko Atlantika s avionom.
And they were showing a Charlie Chaplin film.
I pokazivali su film o Charlie Chaplinu u avionu.
Prabhupada was laughing the whole time.
Šla Prabhupada se smijao cijelo vrijeme.
And Prabhupada mentioned that story where Charlie Chaplin, he has these, he has one of these, how do you say, one of these top hats and one of these special old-fashioned clothes, suit and tails, no? What's it called? One of these jackets with the long tails.
I onda je Šla Prabhupada spominjao priču kad je Charlie Chaplin nosio cilindar i frak.
And so somehow or other he sat on a chair which had some glue on it, and he was stuck on the chair. And so Charlie Chaplin sat on a chair, and there was glue on the chair. So his tails were stuck on the chair. The tails of his coat were stuck on the chair.
Na neki način je sjeo u neku stolicu na kojoj je bilo ljepilo i onda mu se taj frak zalijepio.
So then I can't remember the actual detail, but the back of his coat was ripped.
I onda se pola njegovog kaputa poderalo.
So then, in order to make it equal, he ripped the other side also.
I onda da bi bilo jednako, onda je i poderio i drugu stranu.
And they were dancing around in the ballroom with his girlfriend in the ballroom. And everyone was looking at Charlie Chaplin. Had his tails being pulled. The tails of his jacket were ripped in two parts.
I onda svi su gledali kako Charlie Chaplin dok pleše ima poderen taj frak od ozada.
Everyone was admiring, they're dancing very nicely.
I onda su mislili kako on lijepo pleše.
And his coat is ripped.
I njegov frak je poderen.
So let me rip my tails. And everyone was ripping their tails.
Da ja poderem i svoj isto. I tako je svako poderao svoj.
So when Prabhupada sent the devotees to England, he sent 3 grihasta couples to England to preach in England.
I kad je Šla Prabhupada slao 3 grihasta para da propovijedaju u Englesku,
he told them this story.
On im je pričao tu priču.
He said if you start this chanting Hare Krishna, then it will become fashionable. People will follow.
Ako počnete pjevanjem Hare Krishna, onda će to postati moda i ljudi će to slijediti.
Just like I saw in this Charlie Chaplin film.
Baš kao što sam ja vidio u tom Charlie Chaplin filmu.
Then he was very happy. He read the newspaper. What was it? Hare Krishna startles London.
I onda je pročitao u novinama Hare Krishna kad se divlje London.
Right now mass of people, they just follow a leader.
Mase ljudi jednostavno slijede vođu.
Andaya tanda upaniyama. The blind follow the blind.
Slijepci slijede slijepca.
But if they can be a good leader, Krishna conscious leader,
Znači, ako bude postojao dobar vođa svjestan Krišne,
a devotee,
Bhakta,
they'll also follow.
oni će također slijediti.
Why not?
Zašto ne?
More question?
Još
It was a
pitanje.
long answer, sorry.
Odgovor, pa da vam-
It's late. Any more questions? Short answer. I will give a short answer.
Daću kratak odgovor.
Marriages? Question? Yeah?
How did you come in this wonderful moment?
Kako su došli ovaj divni Bog?
It's got to be a short answer.
Daću kratak odgovor.
I made the mistake of chanting Hare Krishna.
Napravio sam grešku što sam pjevao Hare Krishna.
More questions?
Arjuna je imao Krišnu za gurua, međutim, Arjuna se nije htio predati, tako sam shvatio, dok nije Krišna pokazao svoj kozmički oblik. A mi imamo puno više problema, nemamo ni mističnih moći, nemamo ni tako dovoljno snage i teško je kad se nađemo nasuprot karmi koje treba uvjeriti u izvjesnom smislu. Da je Krišna Bog.
Samo spola. Za pamet. Arjuna had Krishna in front of himself as a spiritual master, and also he was not convinced until Krishna showed him the universal form. So today we don't have any mystic powers.
That's not true.
It's not true.
Nije istina da Krishna, da
Arjuna
Arjuna
was
nije
convinced before chapter 11.
Arjuna je bio uvjeren prije 11. poglavlja.
And, for the sake of us, he asked this question.
A zbog nas je postavljao ta pitanja.
I want to see that universal form of yours.
Ja želim vidjeti taj tvoj kozmički oblik.
Because he said, in chapter 10, Krishna says, Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Paramam Braham, Parusham Sasvatam Divyam Adidevam Acham Vibhum. You are the Supreme Personality of God, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth.
U 10. poglavlju Arjuna kaže ti si vrhovno prebivalište i središnja božanska osoba.
Arjuna already understood.
Stoga Arjuna je već shvaćao.
Prabhupada says in order for us to remove our doubts, then he requested to see the universal form. In the beginning of chapter 11, he says, my illusion has now been dispelled.
Na početku 11. poglavlja Arjuna kaže, moja iluzija je sada nestala.
And you've explained everything to me, but I wish to see how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation.
Ali ja želim vidjeti kako si ušao u ovu kozmičku manifestaciju. The end of the question was that today we might have a hard time confronting the non-devotees or karmis, since we don't have any mystic powers. So how can we convince them to become Krishna conscious? And there is more.
I also disagree with that. The devotees also have mystic powers.
A ne slažem se također ni s tim, bakte imaju mistične moći.
That's how you're distributing these books.
Znači, kako se dijele tolike knjige?
How is this movement being spread?
I kako se ovaj pokret širi?
What's the last part of the question?
Koji je zadnji dio pitanja?
Arjuna je bio velika duša. Dobro, ima i ovdje velika duša, ali ja nisam ta, ali ipak treba širi pokret.
And also, the Arjuna was a great soul, and maybe some of us are also, but I'm not. And now, how to spread this movement?
Pojačati.
How to increase the spreading of this movement?
Ozbiljni pojačati, ozbiljni.
Seriously increase the spreading of this movement.
Actually, you're right. We can't do anything.
U stvari, u pravu si, mi ne možemo učiniti ništa.
But if we simply become instrument for Krishna,
Ali ako jednostavno postanemo instrumenti Krišne,
instrument for Srila Prabhupada, our spiritual master,
instrumenti Srila Prabhupada i našeg duhovnog učitelja,
then they can do something through us. They can do something through us.
onda oni mogu učiniti nešto kroz nas.
That is the attitude of a devotee.
To je stav bhakti.
What can we do?
Što mi možemo učiniti?
You're right. We're pretty useless.
Prilično smo beskorisni.
But if we simply present what Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita,
Ali ako jednostavno prezentiramo ono što je Krishna rekao u Bhagavad Giti,
then we become guru.
onda postanemo guru.
That is the qualification of guru.
To je kvalifikacija gurua.
If we simply do what we're told, chant Hare Krishna,
Da jednostavno radimo ono što nam se
distribute
kaže.
the holy name, distribute prasadam,
Pjevajte Hare Krishna, dijelite sveto ime i dijelite prasadam.
whole programs,
To je cijeli program.
then it will automatically go on. It will all automatically happen by Krishna's grace.
I onda će se sve automatski desiti Krishnom milošću.
Krishna is within the heart of everyone.
Krishna je u svačem srcu.
And when we try and preach this message, then Krishna can, within the heart of everyone, he can reveal himself.
I kad pokušamo propovijedati ovu poruku, Krishna se može razotkriti u svačem srcu.
So we're not the doers in that sense. Krishna is doing everything.
Stoga mi nismo vršioci radnje u tom smislu. Krishna je taj koji radi sve.
Especially these books. If people read these books, then it can change their lives.
Specijalno ove knjige, kad ljudi pročitaju ove knjige, to može promijeniti njihov život.
So we cooperate together. We do our best to cooperate together to spread this movement.
Stoga mi dajemo najbolje od sebe da surađujemo zajedno i širimo ovaj pokret.
And the result is up to Krishna.
I rezultat ovisi o Krishnu.
But it's already predicted that this movement will spread to every town and village.
Već postoji proročanstvo da će se ovaj pokret proširiti u svako
So
selo i grad.
we're assured of success.
Stoga mi smo sigurni u uspjeh.
We'll be successful.
Bićemo uspješni.
We may not know how it will happen.
Možda ne znamo kako će se to desiti.
Srila Prabhupada came.
Jai.
So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Mahavisnu swami Maharaj ki
Jai.
Zagreb Bhakta Vrinda ki.
Jai.